What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Culture Decides. I'm your host, Lee, and today I have a very, very special episode for you guys. We got Youngn MH in the house. Young, shout out.
We here. Money hungry. We in the building.
We in the
Brooklyn,
building.
what's up? What's going on?
Yo.
Your favorite finesse. I'm here. What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah, you heard it. He big enough for Flatbush, you know what I'm saying? Like, New York City got the best artists, but Brooklyn, Flatbush, Young is here leading it, all right?
For sure. Definitely one of the ones leading the culture right now.
Right.
Let's go.
So we gonna tap in. We gonna walk y'all through his career. He told me he had some shit to say, you know what I'm saying? He want to get it off his chest, and he got some surprises coming up.
2025, new year, you know what I'm saying? New
Right.
blessings, it's time to reveal the new gifts that we got, certain things we got in the tuck, certain things we've been working on. If you've been following me, you know that I've been traveling a lot, back and forth to Canada, Florida,
Facts.
all different types of places, all different types of cities, working on the music. So I'm just excited, for the year and everything that's to come forward.
Facts. 2025, you got to kick it off strong. I mean, so if you had to choose one song out of your catalog to describe your current mood right now, what would that be?
I'm not even going to lie to you. Like right now, it would definitely be Immortal.
Okay.
Featuring Jim. That's off of my last project, Still Adjusting 2.
Facts.
Just letting y'all know that this is forever, like I'm not here to go anywhere. We here now, we here to stay.
Facts.
So
forever making an impression. Like,
yeah.
I mean, shoot, with Jim Jones, I mean, we gonna get into that. We gonna get into how you even got that. Like, I know niggas was big mad when they see Jim pull up on the track, but
Hell yeah. Shout out Capo.
Facts.
Right
Shout out Harlem, Brooklyn and Harlem teaming up. But, for me, I would say it's Ain't Losing with Lou Got Cash. That's how I'm feeling right now. I ain't got time to lose. You know what I'm saying? I was bumping that coming over. Like,
fire.
No time to lose. 2025, our year. You heard it here.
That's what we on. That's what it's about. The song with Lou, that one, I like that one too. That one is a heater. Immortal with Jim. That came about simply just I was going to the studio already. It was Diamond District. That was in Manhattan.
Facts.
My engineer, Semi, shout out to Semi. He played a major part in that. He was engineering me and Jim, you know what I'm saying, while I was coming up. And then while I was coming up, I also used to see Jim a lot at the studio. So maybe like you could say a few years prior to when we did the song, Jim had already kind of like asked me like, why am I always in the studio?
Right.
And like he asked me like, he wanted to check something out. So I pulled up some songs for him.
Right.
And he took a liking to them. And
right.
that was before we even did the song. So it was kind of like destiny to me in a way, because it's like I met him earlier on in my career, and then later on we actually got a record. We got a record in.
Right.
But when it came time to do the project, I was just working on a bunch of records. My producer Racer, he's from LA actually. Shout out LA. Shout out Racer. He's on a new project too as well. We were just trying to cook up, something soulful, something for the city. He sent me over a pack. Immediately, like I already kind of heard Jim on it, It was like one of those type of things. And then like I went to the studio and I told my engineer that I wanted to put Jim on the record. So he called him up, he made it happen, and then we went to the studio and we did the record. We was in there for like 5 hours,
Damn.
6 hours, but we did the record in 2 hours.
Right. So you was pretty much in the right place at the right time. Like,
yeah.
Putting yourself in the position that you need to even land these opportunities. That's amazing that he even noticed your work before you even got there. So let's actually like take it back. Like what was your biggest inspiration that led you down the route to become a rapper?
I mean, my biggest inspiration, I would say, would be my struggles. That's just where it all started from, just wanting to change my situation, change my life around, find other ways and other things to get into to stay out of trouble.
Right.
And then obviously, I found a liking into what other artists was doing and picked apart from what they was doing, whether it's a Jim, a Kanye, a Drake, a Meek Mill, and then obviously the early founders of hip hop is something that I grew up on, the Big, the Tupacs, the Nas, the Jays, so on and so forth.
Out of those rappers that you just named, who would be your top 3?
I mean, for sure, I would say it's hard, you know, if we talking dead or alive, or if we talking current.
I mean,
If
put
we
them all on the
talking
tape,
current,
dead and alive. I know it's a
obviously
challenge.
Pac gotta be in there, Big gotta be in there,
Facts.
Jay gotta be in there. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna go Ye, and I'll go Drizzy.
Okay, that's solid choices, especially in like their early days. They really just put on and laid down the map for a lot of rappers out here. Now, how does it feel putting on for New York, for Flatbush? That's a heavy weight to carry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it feels good. You know, it feels good. You know, it feels like a breath of fresh air. You know, I know it seems like it's a lot of artists nowadays like trying to get into the game and into the industry, but not everyone is able to make it to a certain plateau.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So if you are blessed to be amongst, you know, the ones that do, it's definitely a good feeling, because it comes from nothing but hard work and dedication.
No, that's
so to know that that's what got you there, and to know that, you know, your own vision is what's paying off, that says a lot, you know?
Right, no, definitely. I mean, money hungry antics, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, tell them where that came from. MH,
MH, the guys, you know, that's just the hunger, you know. Two things we figured out that you need in this life. You need money, and you gotta be hungry.
Facts.
So we put both together, and you know, we came up with the MH, you know. And it's tatted on my skin too.
Facts, rep
you know
it,
what I'm saying? Before I even got the chain. And that's another thing. I'm light today. You see, I'm not with the jewels today. I don't got the
not
rollie.
For fashion type.
I'm light, you know what I'm saying? It's not for fashion. You see it. Yeah.
Right, you know, on some chill shit. You know, he pulled up y'all with the bags though. I'm saying he had a whole shopping spree before he pulled up.
You know how we do when you living on the road. Sometimes you gotta shop as you go, you know.
You gotta, I might have to pick something out today, you know, based off the mood.
Yeah.
All right, so we actually gonna hop more into the mixtape, Still Adjusting 1. You know, on there, you kicked it off with The Storm. I actually love that track because you had a Caribbean outro on there.
Yeah. Shout out my boy Brahman.
Right. Shout out Brahman. He said, yo, Youngn doing it big for Flatbush. Now, tell us. Right. Tell us where you from. Like, tell us what it means.
I'm from 37th and Church.
Facts.
But my house was on Church Ave itself. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
3318 Church Avenue. That's where I got the hustle from. That's where I got the drive from.
Facts.
The neighborhood is predominantly Caribbean, so most of my homeboys is Jamaican, Guyanese, Trinidadian, some type of mix of that, you know, because that's what the neighborhood had consisted of. So you know, I'm around my environment, so that's what that's what I'm here to show the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What my side of New York has to offer to the culture.
Right. No, it's a melting pot of different Caribbean, like, you know, people out here. So it was great to see that and hear that on there.
Gotta big that up, you know?
Facts. So now, like, just walk us through like the rest of that project and like what was your mindset going into that? Because you know this gonna be your first project mixtape out there in the street, so you want to make sure you heard.
Yeah. So for like V1, this is what me and the fans call it. Still Adjusting 1.
Right.
It was just me wanting to get my story out there, me wanting to be authentic, me wanting to stand out, me kind of like wanting to have an imprint of my own. You know, at the time, the city, you know, a lot of us was doing the drills, the drill records and stuff like that. So a lot of people was trying to usher me in as a drill artist, but I always knew that I'm an artist regardless. You know, I didn't want to be boxed in, so I just wanted to make a project to show people that I had a different palette of music, even though most of my singles was being led by drill cadence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was really it. And like, I just wanted to show, you know, the people listening and the people that was watching me, that I had something good to offer.
Yeah, no, I love that you wanted to like really own your sound and mix it up too. I feel like that's important, especially when you're dropping that first project, to show, listen, don't put me in a box. You know what I'm saying? I'm breaking these barriers type shit.
Early. I didn't wanna wait to do it. I didn't wanna be like, we're gonna just cater to the streets or whatever. No, we're gonna do it early. We're gonna give y'all music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, music is a feeling, right?
Right.
So and emotions and certain things. So how I look at it when I was making a project and certain things, and certain artists could even pick up off of this, is like, you're not mad all the time. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
might be sad, you might be happy. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? It's different types of moods.
Different vibes.
Different vibes. You
Right.
might want to party. So you can't have a project just based off of one mood, And I feel
Right.
like that's kind of where I was thinking outside the box, like, well, I could cater to this side of my fans, but I want to show a different type of sound, that my sound could open up and be global.
Right. No, I love that. That's definitely something that not a lot of people are like, willing to do. They don't got the confidence in them to just step out the box. But okay, so we got, V1 is still adjusting.
Yeah.
And then in between, you drop a fire ass EP, Motivated for More. 5 songs on there, fire ass sample. Talk of the Streets is my personal fave.
Yeah, me too.
But let's get into that.
So Talk of the Streets, Motivated for More, that all came inspired right after I dropped V1. I already knew kind of what I wanted to do next.
Right.
At the time I was traveling a lot, back and forth to Miami, back and forth, just getting the sound right, getting the music right, just getting everything right, because this thing is all a grind, it's not supposed to. Sometimes it could happen overnight, but a lot of times you got to put in some hours, some days, some years maybe before you get there. So, I was just back working in Florida, and a blog spot had hit me called Talk of the Streets.
Okay, facts.
They're actually, shout out Talk of the Streets.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? They still promoting us and stuff like that. They had hit me up to do the song called Talk of the Streets.
Facts.
They said, just say Talk of the Streets in it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just came up with the, the jingle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then there it went.
I mean, you make that shit sound easy, but if y'all listen to that track, it's fucking fire. You know me with my ratings, 3 fire signs out of 3 for me, all right? But no, that was pretty fire. So
I appreciate that.
Like
that
you was making noise.
Yeah, that was dope. That was definitely another one of my favorite moments in my career, because that EP also helped me go to the next step, you know what I'm saying, with everything I did, you know what I mean? I was in like I said, Florida at the time, so I had rented the Maybach truck with my homeboy.
Oh shit, doing it big.
So we had got some clips in the studio and everything, so it was dope. That was definitely a dope time.
Nah, that's good. So that's definitely, I mean, listen, I feel like off the gate with Volume 1 and Still Adjusting, you came out crazy. I'm like, listen, for somebody's first body of work, he sound like an OG rapper, like really, like, hey, I'm here to teach y'all how to really handle these tracks.
Yeah.
So you did Motivated for More, and
plus we was motivated for more.
Yeah, you was hungry, like, money hungry, shit. You know what I'm saying? So so now with that, you said Jimbo kind of came around a little bit before Still Adjusting. Is this around the time that y'all kind of linked up? Like, walk me through like how we go from Motivated for More to V2.
So basically, like we go from there to there, because in the midst of me making V2 comes Motivated for More. So it's like songs that's left over.
Okay.
It's like songs that's not, that I could basically drop now. You know what I'm saying? Songs that's fitting the moment right now, because also music is a thing with time, I believe. Some songs could be outdated, so you gotta, depending on what you say.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So some of those songs, we just had to put them out, and it would just happen to be the right time. But V2, oh man, like I put my heart and soul in all of my music.
Right.
That's really like the fans' favorite. That's the supporters' favorite. That's the one that got me to where I'm at now.
Right.
In this position to lead and to keep going. Again, I was just trying to match the first energy that I did with the first one, but I was trying to be better. I was competing with myself, whether it was telling my story in a different way, or telling a new story that they haven't heard, or just making the music better. You know what I'm saying? More better beats, more better production, more clearer raps, more better understanding. You know what I'm saying? Just everything. I just wanted it to be top notch. I linked back up with some of the artists that I linked up with on V1. My boy Landstrip, you know what I'm saying? He's from the A. Shout out to him. He doing his thing right now too. He came through, blessed me with something for the project. You know, that was a leading song. Racks in the Safe. You know, that's out now.
Right.
And then, you know, I just kept working. And Gym was actually the last song that I did before the project.
Right.
That was actually the last song I did because I was talking to my boy Racer. Like I said, like, yo, I wanted something soulful.
Right.
And he sent me a pack. And literally, when I got the beat, I did the song 3 days after.
Right. You was like, oh,
like,
yeah, this
I
is.
called the engineer. I said, yo, tell Jim, pull up.
Yeah, this
and
is it.
It was it. You know what I'm saying? And then when we did the song, you know, Jim was fucking with it heavy. He was like, yo, let's get the video. And all that, like, he, you know what I mean? He came to me and was on that time. And,
right.
you know, that's when he did the cosign and all of that. Like, I didn't even know he was going to do that. You know what I mean? I was in the back of my phone and he just started, you know, popping it.
Right.
And I appreciate him for that.
Shit went viral on Instagram, y'all.
Yeah,
if y'all ain't see that,
sure.
check it out. But
so that was the last piece. And then when I posted that, like on my gram, it just went super up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the track listing and everything. So I was like, all right, now's the time.
Right.
And then we had the date. First I dropped the cover and then we had the date. We gave him the date. And then, you know, we rolled it out just like that.
Right. No, that was that was a great rollout. I love
we
that.
We grabbed the billboard too.
Right. Yeah. Doing it big in the city. You got to. And I feel like, you know, I love that you were very much like, hey, I got to improve everything. You know what I'm saying? I got to improve my cadence, how I deliver my bars, everything like that. I love the 100 pieces. I feel like that's where you tapped into that emotion side.
That emotion side, yeah.
Right. So that was an amazing track for me. Now, okay, so Jim hops on. You know what I'm saying? You obviously already had eyes on you type shit. How would you say the energy shifted? What was it like seeing like either people you was working with switch up and tell me about that.
It was crazy. Like a lot of things, even from then to now, it's crazy because after that project, a lot of things really did change. You know, people started to see me in a new light, approach me in different ways, expect certain things out of me. You get what I'm saying? And you know, it was good to see, and it's also good to know that they see me in the light and certain things. But then you also have the haters. You feel me? You also have the people who don't like to see progress and certain things. You also have the people who they might have thought that you was gonna only get to a certain level.
Right.
So now that you get past that level, now like some of the support stop or some of the, you get what I'm saying? Because they feel like you got it now. The people love you. Your comments, the likes, and all that is there. You don't need my support no more. Certain things, but certain like they don't understand. Like sometimes this is where it's just beginning. You know.
That's when you need that support the most.
That extra push.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When things are going good, not just when it seems like we're still shooting at the stars. You know what I'm saying? Or we still aiming for the rim. We got to put up our 100% every day. So it was definitely like an eye opener to see like, okay, you get a little bit of success, and some people going to switch up. They going change. But one thing that success is teaching me is that the more work you put in and the more results you get, people is gonna eventually come back around.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and those are those same ones that be, yo, you remember me? I was there in the beginning, commenting under this. I was like, yeah, I seen you, and then you went ghost.
Yeah, that's how it be. Yep.
All right, so cool. So like making moves, like still adjusting volume 1, motivated for more, still adjusting to volume 2. Now we in present time. We now before we get into what you got planned, like what are some accomplishments that you're looking to check off that list? Like, are you the type of artist that, yo, one day I want to get a Grammy, I want to get this artist? Like, what for you would be like your definition of making it big?
I mean, a Grammy is definitely, you know, in that conversation musically. You know what I'm saying? If we talking musically, like a Grammy is definitely an accolade that I would like to withhold. Definitely, you know, charting. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, a certain maybe a #1 album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Billboard
certain
top
things,
100,
you know what I'm saying?
top
You know what
one.
I'm saying?
You know
Top
what
100. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Things like that. And definitely like just continuously to continually taking care of my family. Like that's just goals. That's everything for me, you know?
Right.
Making sure that I showed the younger ones and the ones that's watching me that you could make it through music and have a positive outlook in life and certain things like that. Like you don't gotta resolve to the streets and shit like that.
No, that's definitely needed, especially the youngins. They need some
Guidance,
direction.
they need the
Yeah.
youth. Yeah, they need that. Yeah.
Right. Okay, we want to take care of the family type shit and just like leave a positive imprint within the youth them.
Yeah, teach them about business, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Cuz it's not just that, you know what I'm saying? You got other things going on too.
Show them how to move, just how to, just be a good human being. You know what I'm saying? Just plain and simple. And just obviously, like I said, taking care of the family. Yeah.
Yeah, so all right, so that's great. So in terms of taking care of the family, right? So you got the Jim Jones feature going up type shit on Immortal, and like who is the next top artist that you would want to work with? Like, cause that's gonna bring in the bag that is gonna do what it's supposed to.
I mean, for sure, like off rip, like a lot of supporters and a lot of fans been hitting me and they want to see me work with Meek.
Oh shit!
Like they keep telling me like, yo, we need to hear you with Meek. We want to hear you with Meek.
Philly, Brooklyn link up.
So. Hopefully, I could make it happen. You know what I'm saying? That would be dope. I would love that. Honestly, any collaborations with anybody that I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just period. That's inspiration. Just even Jim, I still hold on to that daily. That's legendary right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's something to hold on to. That's definitely a moment in my career.
Right. No, the gym feature was definitely fire. And having Meek and Philly, Brooklyn sound, I think that would be dope.
Tough, right?
Word, that would be tough. I mean, Meek, when he really about his shit, he really do be spitting. Yeah.
Be on that.
So like, all right, and then even with Jim, like, are you looking forward to making more music with him? Like maybe y'all do a collab project together.
If it happens, it happens for sure. I'm not against it at all. I'm here to work. I'm here to put my best foot forward. So yeah, hopefully some shit like that maybe will come out.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm working on the Money Hungries, the brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My projects, solo projects, my EPs.
Right.
It's a lot that's about to come forward
in
the next couple of months.
So we actually about to, now that you said it, we actually about to get into what's coming up. So, last year you dropped Ice Spice in May, you dropped Impatient back in November.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Like, what's the mood right now?
Yeah, these songs that I've been dropping, songs that I really liked, songs that I've been playing, I've been riding around to. I feel like when I put them out, they were dropped at a good time, and people ate them up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Impatient, I recorded that one in Canada. I made that in Canada, when I was in the 6th.
Shout out to 6.
As soon as I came back, I was like, yo, I gotta drop this shit.
Yeah,
I gotta drop this shit. Yeah. So I had put that out in November. That's actually doing very well right now.
Fact.
I love the feedback that I'm getting. I love the feedback that I'm getting. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that led me to be like, okay, like it's time to flood, And then I've been cooking. I just been cooking. So those songs led me to make, a little EP that I kind of been prepping,
Okay, so you heating up, EPs on the way. Okay,
heating up for sure. For sure. Because mind you, I work on a lot of music a lot of the time, so I'm in the studio a lot.
Right.
So not only do I have like an EP, I have a No Holding separate album too. So I basically got 2 projects for my listeners and my supporters. I'm just trying to figure out the business behind it.
Right.
And when I could get a good date, but I feel like I got a date coming up.
Okay, all right, y'all heard it here first. We got a date coming soon.
You heard it first.
Youngn is about to drop. All right, it's gonna be within this year.
Oh, for sure.
Not that much.
Nah, it's within this year.
Okay,
for sure.
Okay.
It's real soon.
All right, so I know you be moving, like you busy, but you be low key with the movements, which that's cool and all. But can we know the name? Can we know? You know what I'm saying? What are you allowed to tell us?
I can't give y'all the name yet, right?
All right,
but I could tell you the month that we gonna drop it in.
What's the month?
We definitely gonna give it to the people in April.
Oh shit!
Sure.
That April is it's around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like that means he's literally cooking up as we speak. Like you know what I'm saying?
It's up. It's going up. It's going up this month. It's going up.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire. I'm happy to know that you about to deliver again. I think like you already set the tone with the first 2 volumes of Still Adjusting, and I think with this, it's about EP, the album. It's crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
I'm scared for a lot of y'all.
And it's a feature on there too. We got one feature on there. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, but I feel like y'all gonna really love this one. I'm in every bag. I'm in my melodic bag. I'm in my rap bag. I'm in my lyrical, whatever bag you need. I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my drill bag, so everything is there.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire. I love when you get in your bag too. And like Young, we singing on the track too if you need him to. Right?
Yeah, they don't know. Yeah. Facts.
All right, so okay, I know you're not allowed to say too much, but walk us through like your creative process for this project. Like, how do you decide that a song is worth being on this project?
All right, so me, like just how I work is like my songs they're all kind of stories, right? So if I'm gonna drop a project, I just when I go to the studio, I get there, I might pre-pick the beat before I get to the studio, or I might pick the beat while I'm in the studio.
Facts.
Right? I think of what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? I try to be the most authentic through the music. You know what I'm saying? I tell my story, and that's how I just come up with it. You know what I'm saying? I just pen and pass sometimes. Sometimes I go in there and I don't write because it's in the brain. I already know what I want to say.
Right.
So
it's
that's
your
how
story,
I go.
You know what I'm saying?
It's my story, exactly.
Yeah, it's not fiction. A lot of y'all niggas be chatting fiction.
It's no cap. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's on some shit where at the same time too, depending on the record, is depending on whether I'll do raw vocals or if I want to turn some auto-tune on or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so speaking of like just like you know, how you figuring out the craft and everything. Yeah. You know, there's been a lot of talk with like rappers using AI and shit like that.
Yeah, that shit is weird.
Okay, I was gonna ask, like, would you ever?
That's weird. I mean, I think it's weird, but at the same time, it depends on the creative process too, because you could be trying to make a song, but you want somebody to you want to sound like a monster. Yeah. You want to give a different perspective. You want to sound like you're rapping at yourself. Okay. You're rapping with someone else.
Got it. So to give that different story perspective.
Maybe the AI could change the voice and give you that. So in that case, I understand it. But if you're gonna use it to change your cadence through your whole catalog of music, it's like it's not even you.
Right. Nah, I definitely agree with you there. I'm not feeling how they trying to sneak it in.
Sneak it in, right?
You know what I'm saying? Soon it's gonna be these labels, AI artists.
Artists, yeah, I see it. And it's like they gonna do it because they gonna pay. It's a fake artist. You don't gotta give them a budget and certain. It's all on the computer.
Right. Nah, we gotta dead that now. So all right, to continue with the creative process, right?
Yeah.
So you said like sometimes you either got the beat already chosen out, or you go in there and you choose it. Yeah. Like with that, like, are you trying to mold the story to the beat, or are you saying the story and finding the beat that can wrap around that? You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah. It's both ways. Sometimes I got the story that I want to say.
Yeah.
Like, and I just need a beat to kind of like articulate myself. Or sometimes I hear the beat and it makes me want to say something. Right. Because I hear it. It's like, this is the vibe I'm on.
Right.
This is what I'm on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. And then now when it comes to like the bars type shit. So I know there's some rappers that like, okay, I got this rhyme scheme and I know this works for me.
Nah, that shit don't matter to me. I'm telling my story, so it don't matter. Right. Like, I'm here to be truthful. So whether it has a bar in there or not, I'm gonna tell my story. Fact. Eventually, somewhere along the lines of me rapping, is gonna be a bar in there.
Right.
But I'm not looking like, all right, let me make this a bar. The whole 16 is all bars.
Yeah. Okay. No,
because that's not really how you would kind of. It wouldn't work like that.
Right, because you're trying to speak authentically.
Exactly.
Okay. No, because, there's some dudes, they forming and shit. And that's why I feel like it's important to know, like, where it comes from. And I think a big part of it is the fact that it's your real story. I think you start to see those that they're not authentically speaking on their story. That's when they fumble on even like freestyling and shit like that. Like they can't speak to nothing like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now with this project, what's next? Like, are you going on a tour? Are you like what are you really looking forward to with this project? I know you said you got some big names on there.
Yeah.
But like what's the path after this?
This project it's an EP, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna heat up. This is the project to basically open up the gates back up to the massive flood that I'm eventually gonna get to.
Right.
Which will be my full length album.
Right.
Which will be, instead of 6 songs, it'll be 12 songs. You know what I'm saying? And we're definitely looking to get on the tour.
Right.
That's for sure.
That's
you could
gonna be
definitely
fire.
expect that.
Okay.
To see Youngn in your cities real soon. To see MH in your city real soon with the merchandise, with everything that we got going on. You could definitely expect that.
Right.
Sure.
What's one city or like arena, stadium, whatever that you looking forward to performing in?
Honestly, I would definitely say here, Brooklyn.
Fact.
Barclays.
Yeah, Barclays right up the block. Yeah. You know what I'm
right
saying?
up the block. We
here.
here.
We here with it. Nah, that's lit. That's lit. Now, I think
definitely Barclays.
That's gonna be huge. Would you do like a Rolling Loud type shit?
Yeah, anywhere. Hell yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For
Rolling
sure.
Loud.
Holla at us.
What's
Come
up?
on, what's up?
Right.
Tap
What's
in.
up?
We ready now.
All right. So now just to roll into like some advice, like what's the biggest lesson that you've learned in your music career that you will give to others that's working on their craft?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely just believing in your craft and believing in yourself. Fact. Because if you don't believe in you, then nobody's gonna believe in you.
Right.
And it's gonna be days where you gotta go and pick up that baton and finish the race.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to make sure you got the drive and the will to do it. And your teammate or whoever, you know what I mean? They might not be able to it at the time, but now it's your time to go and bring the goal home. So I just want anybody that's watching me, that's trying to get in the game, just to know, like, you got to put your all in this.
Facts.
And the plan that you think that might get you there might not be the plan. It might be a little bit longer, or it might be a little bit shorter, depending on the steps you take and the vision that you have. It all depends on how you see it.
Right. Do what works for you. I like that you said that there, because a lot of times I feel like people get caught off in, yo, that's working for this person. Be authentic.
Be authentic. Do what works for you. Take your own steps. Take your own path, and things will come forward.
Yeah, and then with that, like as they're like coming to be and like figuring out their story, how do you recommend they deal with the noise, the haters, the people that's doubting them type shit?
Shit, definitely block that out. Definitely block that out. And like I said, listen to yourself. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to, because everybody has an opinion and people are easily influenced. But you really gotta stick to what you know, and you really gotta stick to your heart and what you feel is right.
Right.
Well, don't stick to your heart. Stick to your mind, because sometimes your heart gonna trick you too.
Yeah, your heart got you fucked up sometimes. Like, and like with that too, like as they're trying to get their name out there and expand into different cities. You said you've been making moves in the 6.
Yep.
Been, down in Florida, not too much on that. We, what I'm saying? Surprises coming soon. But
hell yeah, a lot of them.
How do you recommend like just artists getting their feet out there? Like, is it just showing up and pulling up
part
on the mic?
Part of it is showing up. I'm gonna be honest. Like 50% of it is showing up. It's just getting there, just meeting people and shaking their hands and introducing yourself, because a lot of people are lazy because of social media. Social media watered down the grind. So people think that just because you could post and you could get a like, that people are engaged. Sometimes you might have to go outside to meet them people. That's really going to support you. Sometimes you might have to, you know what I'm saying? You got to go meet them people. It's not just going to be through it because they like your photo means that they accept you as an artist, or because they like the content at that one moment. You got to go and touch the fans. You got to go and touch the people. You got to go and shake their hands to build that brand.
Yeah.
And that's something that I learned from Nipsey. RP Nip.
Right,
you know what I'm
RP
saying?
Nip for real.
Shout out to him, you know what I'm saying?
It's a marathon type shit, you know what I'm saying?
He's still on that race, Nip.
Right, and I see that's something too you're very like meticulous about, like the marketing of yourself as an artist, even if you're not posting all the time. Like,
sometimes not posting is the marketing. People don't understand that, because people always want to know what you're doing.
Right.
So sometimes not posting and letting them think and wonder, and then posting is the
Right.
marketing. You know
Right,
what I'm
you
saying?
gotta find that's your strategy type shit.
Yeah,
So
that's-
now y'all come here, y'all find out what he's up to
Yeah,
type
you
shit.
know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Yeah, we dropping all the gems that,
Right.
that, you know what I'm saying? I normally wouldn't even say. Real
Right,
talk.
right. Y'all got the little
I don't
sauce.
even do the interviews like that.
Right,
This is
nah.
like other than the one I did with Drewskis.
Right. So this is y'all getting inside of Youngn's brain. Y'all getting some advice for y'allself to do what y'all gotta do. Now, like, okay, what's a song that people should listen to right now? Like, what or for your shit? Let
go
them
to
know.
Impatient. Go to Impatient. We Impatient. We trying to turn up. There's no holding back. 2025. I'm telling you, like we here to just set a new level, a new pace, just for independent artists, just for the culture. We just here to set the tone lyrically, melodically, you know, catalog wise. Like you kind of got to be well rounded in the game. It's no more you just being good in one area.
Right.
So I'm kind of like trying to bring that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this new era of just being well rounded in the game and being able to have a different palette of music.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think just impatient to get to it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
it. Definitely check that out, y'all.
Yeah,
check that out.
Word, check that out. Make sure y'all stay in touch as well. Like, yo, Youngin, let them know your Instagram so they can follow you.
Of course. Off top, follow me. Youngn MH, Youngn MH. There's no I in Youngin because there's no I in team. And then follow the Money Hungry page, Money Hungry Biz. That's on Instagram. Follow both of those pages. Follow my Twitter, Youngn MH6. Check out the website. You could go get your merch. You could go get the music. You could go get the gear.
Y'all gonna see me in my hoodie next time. You know what I'm saying?
Her in the next episode
right.
real soon in her merch. That's www.moneyhungryforever.com, you know? And just shout out all my bros. Shout out all my members. Y'all know who y'all are. There's too many to name. RP my brother Spliff.
Facts.
We do this shit for you. E for S. You know what I'm saying? I got that tatted on me too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we here. We stamping it. We stamping the city. East Flatbush, what up? 37th, what up? 34th, what up? Like,
right. We doing this for the Flatbush, for the 30s, for everything, East Side, New York, everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, and y'all know where to find me at The Culture Decides. Make sure you stay tuned. We locked in. We told y'all here, Youngin let y'all know here today, EP loading. So make sure stay fucking tuned.
Stay in tune. Stay ready. Stay fresh. If you stay ready, you
stay money hungry.
Ready.
Make sure you stay money hungry.
Stay money hungry too, you know? Yeah, let's get it.